In today's video, I'm going to discuss a few steps that you can take that can help prevent your house from burning down in a wildland fire. So we talked about the 30-foot perimeter around our structures and buildings to maintain that free of bushes and shrubs, keeping the grass down. Now let's go to the outer perimeters. We'll say, everything outside of 100 feet, 150 feet or so. What we're going to do is obviously we can't cut down all of the trees, nor do we want to, but we want to thin the forest, which it'll do two things. It'll make it more healthy, and it'll make it less likely that it will be destroyed in a wildland fire. So let's go check that out. Now, when we're considering what proper tree spacing should be in our forests, we need to consider, when we're measuring the diameter of a tree, we're looking at what we call the drip edge. And if we follow the trees down, the branches that are widest are typically going to be towards the bottom. And if you went out to the widest branch and just kind of imagine where the water would drip off of that, that's what we're measuring about. So I'm going to be using a term called drip edge, and that's what that means. What we want between these trees, between this tree and this tree here, is 10 to 20 feet of drip edge. Now, that is usually going to refer to the smaller trees. When we have big established trees like this, marketable trees, we're not going to cut those out if they're too close together. You can see right here at the entrance I have this grove of these nice trees, all very valuable marketable trees. I'm not going to cut those down because they're inside of the drip edge. What I'm referring to are smaller, newer trees. So you can see right here in this cleared area that I'm working on right now, I have cut down literally hundreds of the small trees. The trees are way too thick. They're a tremendous fire. They have a tremendous potential to have a raging fire, and it's unhealthy for the forest. The trees don't grow right, they don't grow very fast, and it's better to thin them out. So as you can see, I have taken all through here out many little trees and just left the healthiest, smallest ones. And I haven't, and I don't just leave one species. If I have multiple species in here, leave those. You want a variety. It'll really make your forest a lot healthier. So you can just see, for example, what I've cleared compared to what I have not cleared. In here is what this was like. Just full of hundreds and hundreds of small little trees that are way too close together. Once a fire gets started in there, you'll never get it out. It'll just do what it wants to do. But in here is much different. We'll have way less likely to have a crowning fire jump from tree to tree, and also as I'm cleaning, I'm burning and chipping and slashing all the brush. And once these trees will grow, they'll grow much faster, and the canopies will get much larger, preventing sun from coming down here, and it will really inhibit the ability of this ground brush to grow. So that's another advantage. So our trees will grow faster, they'll be ready to go to market faster, and they'll be healthier. And just keep in mind, when you're selecting trees to cut, if you have trees that have snow breaks in them, or trees that obviously have been damaged with bugs, or just unhealthy trees, always choose those first. But what we're looking at from drip edge to drip edge, about 10 to 20 feet is ideal. Well, that's about it for this video. I hope I was able to offer some tips to help you. And you just remember, try not to get overwhelmed by the process, especially for those of you guys that have larger pieces of property. Start with your house. Get that 30-foot perimeter around your house devoid of all flammable bushes and trees and shrubs, and keep your grass mowed down and watered and green, and keep too much firewood away from your house, and that will go a long ways in protecting your property. And then just pick away at the rest of it, at the perimeters. You can't do anything about what your neighbor does, but you can manage your own forests, and it will pay many benefits. Your trees will be healthier, they'll grow faster, they'll be less likely to be diseased or infected with bugs, and a dead tree burns a lot better than a green tree. So maintain those fire breaks, And look forward, stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll be coming up with future videos that'll show how to build the skid system with a water tank that you can load in the back of your truck. And we'll call that a rapid attack fire suppression system that you'll be able to load in the back of your UTV or truck or anything like that. So we'll be doing that also. So as always, I really appreciate those of you taking time to watch the video and subscribe and all of the ratings, and I really appreciate it. I want to say thank you. So we'll see you on the next video.